It was really cool. I think we found this was a German pressing from. It's a German repress
From 1971.
1970 something. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we got to pick that up. Yeah, the next records. Which one are we doing next?
The ones from Repeat Records in Lund.
Cool. Yeah, the next few records we're going through are from a record store in his town, which I'm super glad I don't live here because I'd be broke. But yeah, that's what we picked up from this. It's called Repeat Records.
It's a really cool store basically because they don't have records in bad shape.
Yeah.
Basically, like maybe you'll find like 5, but everything plays nicely. I went in determined not to spend too much money, which I actually did for once. Ever since the summer, I've started listening to Warren Zevon, and I really want to pick up some of his records. However, they're quite difficult to get a hold of here, and not very common, and when you ask about him, people look at you in a funny way. But I got 4 of his records in one store, so I had to pick them up. The first one is Bad Luck Streak and Dancing School. It was really great. The other one was The Enjoy. That's what it looks like. The one I like the most so far is this one, Sentimental Hygiene. Fantastic album. And then Warren Zevon's Transfer City. It's just crazy looking.
It's a fantastic album artwork.
Yeah, definitely. Like, that guy must make cool music. Yeah, you picked
Yeah.
up, at the same time you picked up some things.
This is actually, when we went in the first time, I had no money, so it was like the only time I went to a record store, didn't buy anything. But the next one I picked up, Zeppelin 2. I don't have a copy of this. I think I'm only missing one other album, House of the Holy, and 3. But really glad I picked this up. The packaging's a little rough, but the record sounds great. And yeah, glad I picked that one up. The next 2 I was really excited about because I had never seen them before. It's the White Stripes, I Think I Smell a Hype, and the White Stripes Electronics Have Got the Best of Me. And what's really cool about these, and the reason why I was so interested in them, is because they're not by Third Man. These are older pressings done. They're European pressings, and one is I think this is a live recording from the BBC, and this was, I'm not entirely sure what this one is. But yeah, really glad I picked those up.
Then we went to the same guy that owns the Repeat Records here, owns one in a bigger city nearby. So we went in there. Why did we go there? We shouldn't have.
We should not have gone there.
But we did pick up some really awesome things, so it was worth it.
Yeah.
I picked up Yet Things to Complete a Collection, 2 Doors albums, the Doors, Other Voices, and then I don't know why I didn't have a copy of this. I realized when we were going to listen to it like the night before, and I was like, I don't have a copy of it. The Doors, LA Woman. So that completes my Doors collection, which I'm really happy about. Then I picked up kind of a cool greatest hits I've seen at other stores, but they were never in good shape. But it's Walk on the Wild Side, The Best of Lou Reed, and it's just a good greatest hits. You know, it's fun to have the greatest hits even if you have all the albums. And then do something that I don't even know why I don't have this. I should have had this for a long time ago, but the self-entitled Velvet Underground, which has absolutely fantastic songs on it. Probably the best heartbreak song of all time.
I think you would say best Velvet Underground song. I'm like,
no, best heartbreak song, Pale Blue Eyes.
That's a very good song.
And then you picked up some things in that store as well.
Yeah, the next ones that I picked up, I've never been the biggest into Rolling Stones, but I'm going to work on that. I think it was about 4 or 5 years ago I picked up a copy of Goat's Head Soup. And I haven't seen it really since, so I imagine it's probably in horrible condition because that's not really when I collected records. I don't even think I had a turntable at that time. But I saw it and I wanted to pick it up, so I said, okay. But I picked up Bear's Banquet. This is actually an original pressing. It's an Australian pressing, so it's on red vinyl, and it's really cool. But it sounds really great and was quite reasonable, so that was really neat. I didn't even know it was on red vinyl until I got home. But that was really cool. And the next record I was incredibly excited when I saw. It is The White Stripes' Get Behind Me, Satan. It's actually a bootleg. The original pressing they only made 600 of, and they were just promo copies, and they never, I don't know, they just never got around to making the actual album on vinyl. So that really sucks if you're trying to complete a White Stripes collection. But there was a bootleg made, and I found this, and I just kind of had to buy it. And it's actually done quite well. It just has this little black jacket that opens into the packaging, but the packaging, which is just a sleeve, is actually just a copy of the CD done in large form. And they actually even still have the CD catalog number right there in the corner, which is kind of funny. But I mean, it's done on white vinyl. It's in nice polyline sleeves. Has really nice labels and everything. So really glad to get that. And so I'm going to consider my White Stripes collection to be complete because I'm not spending I think on Discogs, I think the cheapest one is, they're asking like $500 for it.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And that's ridiculous. So I'm considering it complete. But yeah, I was really glad to pick this up, and it sounds really nice.
Then in the same store, no wait, then we went to we went to Folk and Rock, which was kind of disappointing record store because it had a cafe in the bottom, and we were like, this could be really cool, but everything was just new represses and kind of a bit overpriced.
I thought it just, and they had new records, and they would open up the records and take the records in the back room. Which
we found out later, though, that
some of them
they actually have sealed copies in the back. So I picked up a copy of The Tallest Man on Earth, King of Spain, the one that came out Record Store Day, because I never went out on Record Store Day this year. And it was fun to find a sealed copy of it.
And I picked up something that I had wanted from Record Store Day, but wasn't able to get one. I waited in line. I was at Cactus Records for like an hour before I was able to get into the store, and this was already gone by then. But Beach House is the Beach House single released, and has Lazuli and Equal Minds. Lazuli was probably my favorite song from the album. It has really nice packaging, and it comes on a really cool purple vinyl, which is right there. Yeah. Looks a little more, that's the purple, but yeah, it looks a little bit more blue on the camera, but yeah, it's a really nice purple, and that was really cool to pick up.
Before the music runs out in the background, I should probably show what we've been playing, because I also picked this up. It's, if you haven't recognized it, it's Psycho Candy by the Jesus and Mary Chain. This I picked up, I'm happy I picked it up, but I went into the record store to pick up a Christmas present for my friend Sammy. We always buy toy records as presents. And then I was going in completely determined, not going to buy anything for myself. Don't be selfish. But when I walked in the store, they put this in the window, and it was a really reasonable price, in great shape, and an original copy of it. So it would have been bad if I didn't get it.
That's pretty cool.
But then, yeah, speaking of presents,
Christmas presents.
Christmas present, we have the ones that we gave each other. Their records.
Yeah.
Sam picked up, I still can't remember it.
Ariel Pink's Haunted Graffiti.
Ariel Pink's Haunted Graffiti. Album's called Mature Themes. It is by far the oddest kind of cool thing I listen to that I really like. It really reminds me of the Rocky Horror Picture Show soundtrack in a modern take on it, with just the funniest names of songs I've ever heard, like Schnitzel Boogie. Early Birds of Babylon. Just really funny track names.
That was one of my favorite albums of this year, of 2012. And I picked up the LP just because I've always heard good things about Ariel Pink, and I picked it up and really enjoyed it.
That's what it looks like inside.
Yeah. And I thought that was cool. And Adam picked me up. We haven't even listened to this yet, but it's an EP by Iron and Wine called Woman King. And it has this beautiful album artwork, but I have a love for anything pressed on Sub Pop. And
we kind of both do.
Yeah, and it's just beautifully done. It's on 180 gram vinyl. Just really nice. And so, yeah, really glad I got that. That was really cool. But yeah, that's it.
That's a recap of the things we picked up. There were a few more things, but Yeah, that would have made the longest video ever.
Yeah, it would have been a lot longer. But yeah, that's about it. I'm leaving back for Houston tomorrow, and it's a good thing because I'll be broke if I stay here much longer. There's some Bob Dylan records over at Repeat Records I've been wanting to pick up, but I know I shouldn't. But yeah, so that's about it.
Yeah.
Cool.
And like we said, we are going to post this on both our channels.
Yep. Our channel names will be above our heads, so that way you can find whoever's video you're watching, you can find out who we are. But yeah, it's been fun.
And feel free to go to, like, if you're subscribed to Sam and you were subscribed to me, go to the person's channel, check out if you like it.
Don't subscribe to him. It's not worth it.
No. You shouldn't subscribe to him. He hasn't made a video in...
It's only been a year. I'll do a video once a year. It'll work.
It'll work great.
But yeah. I'm going to try and work on videos again. I have all my collection together, and I'm going to try and do that when I get back and make something. Adam is going to be making more videos because he has a lot of spare time. He's going to do it.
I do have a lot of free time. So, yeah, I'll really try to do that.
Send him hate mail. I'm joking.
Okay, we'll stop this video.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. Bye.